Well, once again, welcome from Cody Bible Church, and 3 pastors, and now 4 pastors coming, so I don't know what we call, it used to be the 3 amigos, now it's what? You said the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, I don't know about that, but anyway, we're all here together. So glad to have Al, glad he came back from Arizona. He's safe and feeling good, and everything doing okay?
Yes, matter of fact, I appreciate you asking me to join you. You said something about needing a little class here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, if you've watched any of them, you know that's true, okay? And you probably have watched them, haven't you?
Yes,
you probably thought about staying in Arizona, so you didn't have to come back.
Right.
Okay, but anyway, we're just once again kind of bringing you up to date. America's opening up. I think I heard on the news this morning, in some form, some way, all 50 states have done some kind of reopening in businesses, and some are even going to phase 2, which puts groups of 50 or more at different places. And so it just depends on the state and the governor that's taking place there. So anyway, that's kind of where America's at. Cody Bible Church, where we're at, we're doing 2 or 3 different things. We still have a drive-in service left for this coming Sunday at 11 o'clock, and need to remember the following Sunday on the 31st, it'll be at our normal time, 10:45 for our first service inside. We'll say more about that in just a minute, but the drive-in, if it's warm enough, we're still doing the...
I'm sitting outside if I have to sit in the coat.
Hey, I have to preach.
Yeah, you gotta be out there.
Because I've had a few people comment on the comments, it looks cold out there. Well, I said it is. So I'd like to have some people join me. The one thing I would say about the people sitting out there, for the first time after about 7 weeks, I actually had some people respond. You could look at eyes, you could hear a little bit of laughter at my jokes, not too much, but Keith Seidel said that's just part of my joke.
Yeah, that's it.
They're not good anyway.
I don't know if we can get enough people that they'll be funny. I just don't know.
So anyway, that is what it is. I mean, when you do Ron Gordon type jokes, that's what you get. Okay, so
get response.
but that'll be this Sunday, 11 o'clock. Still live stream the service, David, and bring it a little closer this Sunday so you can see our expression, and then have the singing and lawn chairs for you to sit out there. And so that'll be hopefully the last Sunday that we have to be out there in the parking lot. And we'll come inside. How that's going to look, David, maybe you can help us here, but we need more people to sign up. We know not everybody's on Facebook, so they would sign up.
Yeah, you can call in to the church office, email us. If you found the Facebook event, say you're going to that, whatever way possible. It's okay if you sign up more than once. We can only count you one time, but we do need to know how many people are coming, so that way we can set up our sanctuary correctly and adjust if we need to adjust. So if you can do that, please do so.
Yes. We're doing our best to social distance. Groups of family will sit together, try to have some space in between, and we're using the folding chairs because we do not have we haven't even ordered, don't even have the money for the new auditorium chairs. That'll be a separate fundraiser that we'll have in the future, phase 2 of the building program. But so we'll be using the folding chairs just like we're seated on here this morning, and anyway, that should let us get a few more people in the auditorium with some distancing. So anything else that will be shown that Sunday? Well, there'll be greeters. You can have the opportunity of either receiving a bulletin from them, or there'll be baskets where you can go get your own bulletin if you're more comfortable with that. You're sure comfortable to come in a mask and for protection there. There'll be hands.
Some of you may need a mask. General.
Yeah, don't bring us masks, okay, to wear that are full, okay. Say, I'd like to see Mickey Mouse or something there. But then we'll have these everywhere around the auditorium, in the foyer, and so forth, and do our best to keep as clean as possible. the areas that are in the classrooms and so forth, we're not having Sunday school, nursery, so all those will be closed off. Would ask that your kids don't run there and go into the classrooms. We're just trying not to have to clean them right now and have the upkeep weekly on them. And so it'll be the foyers, and then also the auditorium, and then the kitchen area will be available as well. And the bathrooms all on the first floor as well.
And of course, it stands to reason that we will not have any snacks, any fellowship time
Yep.
like that. And Orlean and I will really miss not seeing the happy looks on the children and the men as they come around to see what we have for refreshments that day.
Yes. Yeah, I think even right now, as the board was talking a couple of weeks ago, we're not even going to open the coffee, paid coffee bar, and just see how things work, and just trying to get everything up and running for the first time. We're not even for sure how it's going to look, other than we're going to have a beautiful auditorium worship center to come into. There will be new carpet, new platform. It's just going to be wonderful. So
One thing, we don't have a date yet, but we know after Memorial Day, which is the 25th, somewhere 26th, 27th, we're going to have to get a lot of people in here to clean, because it's kind of gotten dusty all the way into the foyer. So we're going to need some.
that was a nice way of putting
nice way to put it.
There's about
horrible.
an inch of dust, okay, so, but no, it is really dusty from the foyer, clear from the coffee area, all the way over into the kitchen. And so, yes, we're gonna need a good cleaning crew. Carpet layers are probably gonna be here through that. Well, they probably won't work. I didn't think about that on Memorial Day. So it'll probably be Tuesday, so it'll probably be at least that Wednesday, Thursday, even as late as Friday, that we're in there to get it cleaned and restaged, chairs put in, everything for that first Sunday on the 31st. So that we'll need people to come with buckets, with their own rags, any kind of extension poles you have, because we need to clean walls. You just can't imagine the amount of dust that has taken place in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So we could really use a good team there. So, yes. Anything else?
We'll still be doing live streaming with the service on the May 31st. We'll continue going on with that. We've just seen so much fruit from that and so much interaction. We're going to continue to carry that on. So if you don't feel comfortable quite yet coming out, don't worry. You'll still have the live stream via Facebook. So just want to let you guys know about that.
Hey,
too.
David, thank you. I'd forgotten about that. Appreciate that so very much. Anything with youth? I mean, how did your first week go there?
It's been going good. Tonight we have the middle schoolers over at Mentalk Park, so I'm looking forward to that, to hang out with you guys. But high schoolers, we're still doing Monday nights from 6 to 7:30 at Mentalk, and then Wednesdays will be middle schoolers from 6 to 7:30. So it's been going good. And
your parents are here from Chicago for a little while?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Okay, are you behaving, being a good boy?
As far as I'm aware.
Maybe we ought to ask Allie or your mom.
Yeah,
okay?
probably better.
See how that's going, okay. Well, I'm glad they got out here for a little time and you get to be with them, and that's very great. And I think Allie was sharing with me that her parents are coming next week. So, very good, very good. Okay, Kent, do you have a word for us? I appreciate
Yes,
that.
well, I've been thinking of, you've kind of got us looking forward to the 31st with the celebration and just that Revelations 4 look at celebrating, worshiping God. So I just thought I'd again hit some things on that. In Revelation chapter 4, verse 9, it says, "And when the living creatures give glory and honor and thanks to Him who sits on the throne, to Him who lives forever and ever." Now watch, they're doing this. They're responding to just the presence of God. And then in verse 10, we have a response to their worship of God. And it says then, the 24 elders will fall down before Him who sits on the throne, and will worship Him who lives forever and ever, and will cast their crowns before the throne, saying, "Worthy art Thou, our Lord, our God, to receive glory and honor and prayer, for Thou didst create all things, and because of You all things have existed, all things were created." And so I found it interesting that as we get together, we will feed off of one another.
Yes.
I worship God, but when you worship, that intensifies my worship. And the creatures worshiping made the elders go fall down. And their response was to give their crowns, which God gave them. They saw their things that God had given them for their service to the Lord as important, but they needed to be laid at Jesus' feet. And that is to be in the presence, as we are all the time in our life, but as a corporate group, to be in the presence of God should overwhelm us, that we would want to give anything He's done for us, lay it at His feet. Your worship will inspire me to worship Him even more.
And that will inspire me.
Yes. And what a beautiful picture of us in the presence of God. And we really want to emphasize that we're going to get together the 31st.
Yes.
Be in physical presence of one another. We'll try to social distance, but the presence of God, there's no social distancing with Him.
Yes.
He dwells right there with us. And so that was encouraging to me as I looked at that.
Yes, that's very good, very good. Just you kind of get little glimpses or taste of this, and even Sunday being in the lawn chairs, which we'll do again this week if you desire to. Just that little bit of being together and hearing, we just mentioned in staff meeting, hearing each other sing.
Yes.
And just kind of playing off of that with, I don't know, was there 30 or 40 people out there? But can you imagine when that auditorium has a bunch of people in it? And then good night. You can't even do it justice what it's going to be like standing before the Lord Jesus Christ. And well, there's only one thing we'll do, and that is we'll bow down. I mean, we'll just be like, this is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So what a day, but there'll be a little foretaste of that on the 31st.
Yes, that's okay.
So don't know how many more of these we'll do. This may be the last one, but we do want to just let you know that.
I did hear applause.
Yeah, I did too. Yes. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, yeah, it was Arsenio Hall. Oh, we're dating ourselves.
Yes.
I don't think David knows who we're talking about. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, if we do another one, you'll see it on the website and it'll come. But we're looking forward to the 31st, and may the Lord bless you and give you a wonderful week.